In 2008, there was a movie that caused waves and is still referred to as one of the most impressive thrillers from the Hindi film industry. It was titled A Wednesday, directed by Neeraj Pandey, and that starred acting legends like Nasruddin Shah and Anupam Kher. The social commentary and powerful performances provided by the film accounted for a riveting and thought-provoking thriller. In an attempt to recreate a similar premise but with different intentions, we get to see another thriller come into the foray in the OTT landscape. A Thursday, directed by Behzad Khambata, stars Yami Gautam in the lead role, playing the role of Naina Jaiswal, an individual who has transformed her home into a multi-purpose facility where she lives with her fiancé as well as functions a play school with kids. The children have a huge affinity towards Naina, but little do they know that their favorite teacher has something up her sleeve on a random rainy Thursday. Naina creates a hostage situation with the 16 children, asking for specific police personnel and laying her demands that range from monetary transfers and the Prime Minister to have a chat with her in person. Naina is not messing around one bit, as the police, who consider the situation to be manageable, find themselves in a pickle, biting more than they can chew, with respect to her unpredictability. What transpires over the course of the film regarding the hostage situation and the motivation of Naina to carry out such an act forms the basic premise of A Thursday. Here's me telling you the good and bad aspects of the film so that you guys can ultimately decide whether to watch it on DisneyPlus Hotstar or not. Extras and repetitive tropes. Some of the acting in this film is really jarring to the senses. It actually is one of the biggest demerits of the movie. Neha Dhupia plays the exact same role as she did in Sanak. Dealing with a hostage situation, we see a pregnant Neha make sure everyone understands that while she is struggling to keep up physically, she has every intention to persevere. I don't know about all of you, but I just can't be convinced of Neha Dhupia's capability as an actor. She does the bare minimum well mostly, but never is really convincing to soar and become a talking topic in a detailed review. If you see the performances of some of the extended supporting cast that play the role of the parents, traumatized that their kids are in such a predicament, you realize that they overdo most of their reactions. Their instinctive reactions are not natural, but rather loud and overdone. This is the first time that I have seen Maya Sarao overact. She really does the exasperated character well in shows like Arya, but this was one of her weakest performances. The same background score plays on repeat to a nauseating level in this film. Whenever Yami is going to state a truth bomb in the film, the camera zooms into her with a siren-like sound. And it's prevalent so much throughout the running minutes that it makes you question the creativity gone behind composing the music for this film. Dark contrast. What I love about this film throughout its screenplay is that it creates a contrast between the play school and the innocence of the children side by side with the intense hostage situation. So you've got the emotions at two ends of the spectrum presented with such levity and a carefree nature, often denoted with this gleeful smile by Yami Gautam, lending this eerie and haunting tone to the film as we are expecting for shit to hit the fan. So you've got instances like Naina play shooting with the children with their innocent laughter echoing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star being recited as Naina circles around them with a gun pointed towards the back of their head, or my favorite, a physical altercation that takes place while Rockabye Baby plays in the background. It is these technical moments that momentarily make this movie shine. Generic treatment and dialogues. The film has stereotypes galore and some really cringeworthy dialogues, making me think that if the creators really worked towards having a sense of realism and natural quality with the chemistry shared between characters, it would have probably translated better. I consider this to be a recurring problem for Vidyut Jamwal films because on paper everything seems hunky-dory, but the addition of some uncomfortable dialogues and unnecessary comedic gags really do ruin the movie, which on paper seemed great, but transforms into somewhat of a messy affair. You've got the stereotypical portrayal of a TRP-hungry media channel, a CEO of the organization that flippantly refers to his female employees as darling and sweetie. The use of social media by creators in both Indian and international shows is laughable. A woman holding children captive is within hours shown that she has gained 1 million followers on Instagram, while the toxicity of the comments and the vicarious nature of social media is showcased well, that people will tune in due to the gravity of the situation. The whole notion of ringtones chiming together, everyone getting the same message at the same time, in my opinion, is what boomers think of what happens when something goes viral on social media. Dialogues like अगले डिमांड में ताजमहल मांगेगी तो दे देगा क्या और पीएम के साथ चाय बिस्कुट करेगी क्या really account for awkward moments, but nothing beats a CID-like moment where Neha Dhupia says, "शहर के सारे डॉक्टर जुनेजास को फोन करो और पता लगाओ." I definitely rolled on the floor with that one. Motivation and politics. The only way this film can be watchable despite its shortcomings are two reasons. One, the motive of the person holding the children hostage being believable, and two, the performance of the main lead. The social commentary that the film wants to impart through its storyline is commendable. It sheds light on a shameful statistic of our country that has plagued us for quite some time. The lack of effective action that exists in the country regarding the same is pitiful, and you empathize immediately with what the main character has gone through. But the medium utilized by her is something that can be debated. But there is a great moment when Yami's character states, जब तक कान में चिल्लाओ नहीं तब तक किसी को घंटा फर्क नहीं पड़ता, which reflects on why she thinks this is the only option left in getting her point across. The only problem is that it is communicated far too late in the film, making me empathize with Atul Kulkarni's dialogue. नैना, तुम सारा कुछ एक साथ क्यों नहीं बता रहे? Yami Gautam and she gets some help along the way. This film is not a phenomenal piece of work, nor is it something that will be debated in future days to come, but the reason why it is partly effective and watchable is due to the brilliant performance by Yami Gautam. She does get assisted by commendable performances contributed by Karanveer Sharma, a veteran of the TV world who has a great natural quality in front of camera, and Atul Kulkarni as Javed Khan, the presiding officer who slowly realizes and acknowledges his incompetence as a police officer. Yami, however, showcases a range and side never seen in her filmography, and I honestly didn't know she had the capability to convincingly portray such a dark role. Every time her expression switched from glee and happiness to stoic assertiveness, it was extremely impressive rather than coming across as a try-hard actor, just proving a point. As her motive gets uncovered and we get a glimpse of her vulnerable side, Yami really does prove that Bollywood has not really tapped into her full capability. You will feel momentarily disconnected as a Thursday progresses in its running time, not elevating it to becoming a great thriller but a watchable one at best. The politics that is imparted takes too long to get to its point, only coming to the issue in the last 15 minutes, paling in comparison to the effective clarity that a movie like A Wednesday had, showcasing on how the common man had experienced enough injustice while the system just waited and looked on. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the movie. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.